Even if you get an apology from a narcissist, which good luck with that, they are programmed to immediately start justifying what they did, rationalizing it, and determining why actually you're the bad one and they're the victim. And they do this over and over and over again, which leads you to be extremely confused. Because on the one hand, they apologize and they said all these nice things, but they're acting like they're not sorry at all. This is you witnessing on the surface what's going on in their minds. If they apologize, they don't feel remorse. They feel shame. But it's not a shame because of what they did. It's an internal shame that comes to the surface that's always with them. They really, really do not like that feeling. They avoid it at all costs. And one easy and simple way to avoid that shame is to make it your fault. So no matter what they did to you, it is now your fault and they're in the clear and they're not sorry about it anymore. This is why they have to be the victim in every single situation, even when they were the oppressor to begin with. If they shot you in the shoulder with a gun and you were screaming like, "How could you do this to me? I'm in so much pain," they'd be like, "Why are you yelling at me?" Like, that's the mentality. No matter how bad their offense was, your response to it is worse and makes them the victim. And this is why their actions do not change over time, because they immediately snap into that programming of, how can I avoid this shame? How can I move on quickly? How can I gaslight them into thinking it's their fault? This is something they just automatically do. That's why almost all of us in these relationships have heard this kind of rhetoric. They do something to you last week and the narcissist is like, "Well, I'm not doing it to you now." It is in their best interest to sweep whatever they did under the rug, because then you are less likely to leave them. And they can continue to push down that core shame that never goes away. So they are not actually capable of reaching the level of remorse needed to be truly accountable for their actions. Even these so-called self-aware narcissists don't really feel sorry. They just feel like they don't want to hurt people anymore, so they push down their natural instincts to hurt and lash out and cause drama and chaos. So if you choose to be with a narcissist, just know that you are choosing somebody who is going to have to suppress their natural instincts in order to be with you. Most of the time, that is not sustainable in the long term, only for a few months or a few years at the most. You can't have a long-term healthy relationship with somebody who cannot apologize properly.